Welcome back to Good Day State Line. Sara from Dady Law. Back with us this morning. We're going to talk about the U.S. Citizenship Act of 2021. Good morning, Sara.
Good morning, Michelle. How are you?
Good. I said that as if I know anything about it.
Well, you're going to know a lot about it before we're done this morning.
Yes. All right. So before we get to the new act, tell me a little bit of history of why this act was created, which is about the whole process of coming to the United States, right?
Right.
Okay.
Well, so we have 11 million undocumented people living in the United States. And people say, well, why didn't they just come the right way? The short answer is our system doesn't give everyone a right way to come to the U.S., and that's a problem. We have a broken immigration system, which means Congress has to fix it. So one of the first steps to fixing our immigration system is to offer a path to legalization for the people who are already here.
Okay.
And that's exactly what the U.S. Citizenship Act of 2021 would do if Congress passes it.
So how long has this been in the works?
Well, President Biden proposed it as soon as he took office this year and sent it over to Congress. It is currently assigned to the Judiciary Committee in the House and the Senate. So, of course, there will be debate, markup, and then hopefully it will come to the floor for a vote.
So what do you think is going to happen? Do you think it's going to pass?
I hope it does because we desperately need it.
Sure.
And what it does is, I know a lot of people are resistant to immigration reform and a legalization program for people that came here and are not authorized to be here. But it's important to understand that there's not currently a process for them to apply for legal status. There never was.
Okay.
We have a very limited system where unless you have a qualifying family member who can petition for you, and there's a visa number available, and for most family categories, waiting for a visa number could be 26 years.
Oh, wow.
To 30 years. Or if you have an employer willing to sponsor you. So not everybody has a lawful way to come, and we have the world's largest economy. We have a lot of demand for workers. We need immigrants. We have a falling birth rate in this country. So clearly, we need to have a way for everyone who would like to apply to come to actually apply. That doesn't exist now. So we have 11 million people in this country who came in because they didn't. It is. It's about 3% of our population. They didn't have a lawful way to come. They've been living here for more than 20 years, working, raising their families. So the U.S. Citizenship Act of 2021 would say if you've been here for so many years and you have strong family ties here, you've been paying your taxes, you don't have a certain criminal record, you can apply for temporary legal status. And if you get it, you get temporary status for 5 years. After that, you can apply for a green card, permanent residency. You still have to meet requirements, paying taxes, can't have a certain criminal record, strong family ties. If you get granted the green card, 3 years after that, you can apply for U.S. citizenship. You have to show that you can speak and understand English and pass a civics test.
That's still a very lengthy process, but it is a process with checks and balances in it, which is what
it's
you're saying.
It's an 8-year process with real requirements, and U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service, which is the agency that processes immigration applications, is fee-funded. That means it's not funded by taxpayer dollars.
Okay.
So the application fees that immigrants have to pay to have their applications processed funds the agency. So it's a complete win for us. We're not out taxpayer dollars, and people are able to regularize their status.
Sure.
And that's what we need. We need an organized, efficient, regulated flow of people to this country.
My personal question, how old do you have to be to apply if it's going to take 8 years? And do kids be able to start doing this if this passes?
That's a great question. Part of the U.S. Citizenship Act of 2021 would allow people who came in under the age of 18 who have DACA, the Dreamers, to apply for permanent residency right away.
Okay.
Because they've already gone through an application process,
Sure.
been fingerprinted, they have protection from deportation, there's no sense in making them wait any longer to apply for a green card.
So it seems like this could move things in the right direction.
Right, it's very reasonable, it's very common sense, but as we know, Congress doesn't always operate with reasonable common sense. So I think it's really important that we as Americans understand
Sure.
what this legislation is and how we as a nation would benefit from it.
Well, maybe by next time you're here, we'll know if this is happening or not.
I would be delighted to report that it is passed and is sitting on the president's desk for signature.
All right, well, we'll have to wait and see. Sara will be back with us next month. Thanks for stopping by today. Coming up next, we are meeting the Plexiderm team, and then we're flying into Bessie's Diner for some blueberry mimosas and French toast. But first, it's birthday time. We are celebrating 3 birthdays today. Huge happy birthday to Pete on June 15th. Also, happy birthday to Dady Law from Q98.5 on June 19th. And happy birthday to Stephanie on June 20th. Send us your friends and family birthday shout outs anytime. Just send us an email at gooddaystateline@WTVO.com. We'll be right back.